Yeah, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Entropy Brewing. He's actually sent me beer before. Shout out to Isaac. And he is currently a home brewer looking for a contract situation. And he has sent me some barrel-aged Imperial Stout before. And this is another spin on it. So I have it nice and warm as he recommended it. I think he recommended around 55 degrees. So I have it pretty much in that range. Beautiful labels. And again, looking for a contract brewery in Portland. Really exciting. Great for him. What is this, like a 500 mil? Yeah, 500 mil. It's called The Observatory. Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. Massive stout that's been in an empty bourbon barrel for about a year. And, oh, okay, so no, just flavor notes. Blah, blah. 14. Oof. All right. In for doozy with this one. 14. Wow, that is so dark. That is pitch black. That is very dark. I will say that carb is probably something to be desired. Maybe he expected it to be this way, but I mean that head is so dark. The beer is just so dark. I mean it's like what 1050 in Bourbon County dark. Like the beers just don't usually come this dark. Like it's the head is that dark. The beer is that dark. Usually those beers pour with a little bit more head traditionally, but I'm curious where it rides. We'll see on palate. Looks very nice. Definitely get a lot of bourbon character. I'm curious about the size of his barrel in the sense of like probably smaller barrel, probably so. How's it? Yes, the smaller the barrel you have for barrel aging, the more surface area that the liquid is touching. Right? You think about this like the liquid, like yeah, let's do it like this. The liquid is touching like only this or this much barrel, and so it's concentrated versus your liquid is now this much and all that liquid and only it's only touching this much, right? So I feel like I smell high concentration of contact. It's quite woody, quite bourbony, maybe not as much rich in depth that you get, again, the tertiary flavors. That's a nice thing that Bourbon County does and some other great bourbon barrel aged stouts. We're looking for notes of like integration, vanilla, so your stout now becomes like not just chocolate and espresso, but it becomes like Black Forest cake and brownies and charred brownie edges and Oreo crumbs, like in like and coconut cream pies and like stuff like that. So here you get a good attack of wood. You get some deep stout notes. You get definitely some bourbon characteristics. Definitely some vanilla coming in. A little bit of toasty action, almost like not quite like maple syrup, but like desserty, toasty, kind of like pie crust maybe flavors. A little bit of like definitely some of that like chocolate char espresso, but a lot of like wood, bourbon. It's quite fiery on the nose, yeah, but not too bad for a 14. Yeah. Quite nice. So for a fresh beer, it certainly sits with a good amount of umami. Um, what is that? I guess oxidation, right? So we've been sitting in the barrel for over a year. It doesn't taste as lively as I would expect for a fresh beer. I mean, obviously, you sent me this like, um, I guess high contact time, or sorry, high contact concentration, right? Also means higher amounts of microoxidation. Higher amounts of microoxidation will give you those kind of like more aged stout flavors. So it has all this pretty stuff if you like aged stouts. Very umami forward, soy saucy, almost this kind of like how do you describe it? Pencil shavings, lead. This kind of like trying to look for the flavors. Definitely mushroomy, shiitake, dry shiitake. Um, Almost like kombu, umami, kombu, right? Kombu, like seaweed. This kind of like Japanese kind of like steeping uh, seaweed in water to make a broth, right? Kombu. Up front, there's a little bit of dark fruit in there. A little bit of like deep grape thing, a little bit of like muddled grape, a little bit of like plum dark cherry kind of thing going on. big boozy. Nice roundness. The palate is fantastic. Really nice, good mouthfeel. I feel the beer could use maybe a little bit more carb, but I think the carb sits in a really good place. It doesn't have like the perfect attractiveness of what a barrel aged Imperial Stout can do, but I think it sits at a good carb where you obviously don't want a prickly beer at this ABV. As we wait more, it develops, and you now get the more tertiary flavors. You get more vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream, brownie, cocoa. Wow. Nigel literally, sorry, Nigel, at least as long as Nigel's not like disrupting reviews. This is a sipper. A little bit of vinous quality in there as well. Some grapefruitiness I was talking about. Man, this is something that is definitely a sipper. I feel like something like, for some reason, I just find like something from County I can crush. Like, they put in 500 mils, boom, bing, bang. I love the drinkability of that beer. Here, this is more nuanced. It has more of this aging element to it, which is quite nice. I mean, for a fresh beer, honestly, your beer tastes very good, and it tastes like it's been sitting down for 3 to 5 years, right? All that mushroomy, umami, truffle, shiitake mushroom, kombucha kind of thing is really nice. I don't have the review, like I didn't watch it before doing this review, but I definitely want to say, impression-wise, this is definitely better than what I had last time. The other tasting note again, I definitely get a good amount of this dried, woody thing. The bourbon is not the bourbon's not hot and too flashy, despite this beer being 14%. There's a nice residual sweetness, and then there's this like wood tannin thing that sort of digs into the palate a little bit, and helps dry out the beer. This is a beautiful sipper. This is easily commercial level, and definitely leaning towards world class. I'm like trying to itch like how close we get there with this product. I'd be hard pressed to find anything on the shelf outside Bourbon County to be even remotely of this quality, right? We're talking about beers that I could find on the shelf would be like Lagunitas Wheel Ties Coffee, Huge Arker, which I had reviewed, was from Anderson Valley. I don't think I've ever seen. Oh yeah, we don't get Firestone Walker at all, so I've never had Parabola down here. Parabola would be a good analogy to this beer. Man, this is really tasty stuff. Like, for Naked Imperial Stout, like, this might be a KVS killer, despite the fact that KVS has chocolate, coffee, all this other stuff. Yeah, this beer, a big boy, is a big 14%. Wow, this is crazy good. Crazy good. Non-barrel aged or non-adjuncted barrel aged. Oh, man, this is a sipper. It is a sipper again. Like I just, for some reason, I like so to compare. So there's a lot of residual sweetness. I'm gonna smack my lips right now and feel it peeling off my lips like the sugar. The thing, I just think I find there's a little bit more complexity and drinkability to Bourbon County, but this has a whole other different kind of realm of nuance in the sense that like that's more fun, a little bit more fruity, a little bit more maybe a little bit heavier on tertiary flavors, a little bit fresher, a little bit more bourbony. Here, it's maybe not as complex on the palate. So a little bit flatter. Actually reminds me a little bit of this that I had, the Heaven Hill Goose Island. So I did the blend, which is absolutely world class. It probably is better than this, which is absolutely crazy. It's probably better than this. This is 22 vintage. When they did the 4-packs, they did single barrel expressions, and this was the Heaven Hill one. It's probably better than that. So that's absolutely insane. I'm gonna give this guy a solid. 97 minus. Voila. That is absolutely delicious product. Shout out to you, Isaac. Shout out to Entropy Brewing. This is a long video, but man, is that tasty. That is going to be very much enjoyed. So good. So good. 97 minus for me. Cheers later.